And Oasis is a place of sustainability, a place of growth, a place of vibrancy, a place of peace. To prosper and to maintain that harmony of an oasis, you need to have a tranquil environment around you. Our people make the difference. Our people provide us with a competitive advantage. Our people provide us with the sustainability to prosper. Cape Town was my home. South Africa was the place I thought would be the best place to raise a family and to build a career. The first 10 years post-democracy, everybody was so optimistic. You started getting strong economic growth. You started getting tax rates being cut. More and more people were included in the economy. In 1997, we started with the view that we wanted to enter the investment management space, having come from the institutional background. Early in 1998, we decided to enter the mutual fund space. We then launched the Oasis Crescent Fund. We needed to pursue and get our own license and get our own infrastructure in place. We do our own work, we do our own administration, we do our own investment management. And so this kind of helped us formulate our business strategy that we only use an in-source model. And that's a key differentiator between ourselves and our competitors. Very soon we realized that people needed to have an offshore exposure. And so we went off to Guernsey, launched what is now the Oasis Crescent Global Equity Fund, amongst others. Just 3 years after we started, not only did we enter the institutional market, but we entered the retail market in South Africa, and we had our own global license. It was entrepreneurial flair, it was hard work, it was determination, it was passion. For those few who actively participated by investing in the Crescent Fund, if the person invested 10,000 Rand on the 1st of August 1998, that 10,000 Rand would be worth 28,300 Rand. Now that's quite a material change in value.
You both me, you want to get an update on what was happening with regard to Dublin.
Just sorry.
I just want natural interest. That we did not only want to have a South African outreach, but a global outreach.
Transferred our license from Guernsey to Dublin. We then completed the insourcing model that we have today. All our funds are administered by our own people.
If I may just ask a question to each and every one of you. Why do we have to save for retirement? Well, the main question that will come to me is to ensure that one maintains a suitable living standard.
The Oasis brand stands for, now repeat, unity,
knowledge, integrity, value for money, and entrepreneurship.
Then in 2005, we entered our property business with the listing of the Oasis Crescent property fund on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Over a period of 12 years, that fund has delivered 13% per annum, one of the only property funds that have been built without debt and actually having cash on balance sheet.
Today is a milestone for our company. We are embarking on our first development of approximately 10,000 square meters of land here at Airport City.
We now have a big development pipeline. We just delivered a new DC around Cape Town Airport. We're building a couple of residential apartments. We're negotiating to finalize a small shopping centre in the Western Cape. And then we have a number of other developments. This is at a time when, you know, the gloom factor is very high. When there's doom and gloom, those are the best times to invest.
At Oasis, after 10 years, we built a business in excess of 30 billion under management. We have 35,000 clients in 3 continents.
When they spelled out that they were going to start an education project here, they are here to invest in the community.
It is a great pleasure standing in front of you today. Ireland and South Africa share a common history. Both Ireland and South Africa experienced economic miracles over the last decade or two. Over 10 years, over 50 years, over 100 years, there are going to be periods of rising markets and periods of falling markets. So we need to really understand that and adopt an approach to deal with that. We needed to stand back and say, okay, eventually there's going to be economic activity that brings the economy back to equilibrium. When you take those factors into account, then you actually have a very, very low risk operating opportunity. With our focus on generational transfer of wealth, in 2010, we entered the insurance market, which allowed us to do all the savings to retirement. And then once people retired, we pay people pensions so that you can leave an investment portfolio, you can leave a legacy for your next generations, so it becomes a perpetual asset for your family.
Over the last 13 years, we've worked incredibly hard to ensure that what we do is transparent, regulated, easy to understand, and we have the patience determination to work through any issue with you. We're pleased to announce that we've received an insurance license and the supporting licenses of wealth management and nominee licenses. And what this does for us, it completes our product profile and solves all the dilemmas that ethical investors have.
We thought that we should move our social responsible focus to healthcare and to education.
Are you enjoying that lunch? Good.
We have a great portfolio with no debt. We've got a pipeline of developments. So we've got on our plate most probably 10 years of hard work and 10 years of opportunity. We entered the UK market in 2012, and early in 2018 we expand that license, and that should complete the global product profile.
We cannot promise how much money we'll make for you, but the one thing that we can do is we'll try our best, we'll do our best, and we will not sleep until we deliver at our best.
Oasis has really been the blessing in our lives. What they say, they do.
Having spent the first 20 years putting a very solid foundation in place with our products, our companies, our staff, and our distribution, our focus now is to be able to access more clients, and over the next two years or so we hope to have an electronic digital distribution capability. Our robust, socially responsible investment style for the last 20 years has delivered excellence in performance, has delivered a great product range. We've trained our own people, we've globally diversified.
The funding of educational initiatives is a South African imperative, as we are pleased to be in a position to extend funding assistance beyond our own program.
We spent 20 years building the foundation. We spent 20 years setting the scene for the future. We're excited as we enter our 21st year. We live in truly a beautiful country. We have magnificent entrepreneurs. We have great institutions, and we have an absolute determination to make this country, this company, and all the people associated with us successful, and we've done it in a socially responsible way. 20 years later, we can stand back and say, we have delivered an Oasis. We've now taken that into the next generation, and I've had the satisfaction of working with my daughters, nephews and nieces, and other family members. That ensures that the Oasis dream, the Oasis brand will live on for as long as they're around, and they will pass that on to the next generation. This is truly an Oasis of people.